name is Maria Shiweda. I am Maria the Prophet. Today, I would like to share with you some of the kind of dreams that I get to have throughout these years. I will start from 2015 because everything started to unfold this way or this direction after I have found Emmanuel TV YouTube channel, the channel that they just closed sometime this year, earlier this year, months ago. So that after I found that channel on YouTube, too many things happened to me, and that's what led up to Maria the Prophet. I did not know that I was Maria the Prophet. Matter of fact, the first time I had a dream, I just remember I called the Synagogue Church of All Nations, like in a space of 1 hour. I called probably like 7, 10 times. And then I got a call back from one of their numbers. So I was so happy to like answer the call quickly. Almost forgot how to even answer my own phone. Just to press that answering button on the phone. I was struggling. Let me put it that way. I was struggling. So I answered it, and the caller on the other side asked me what my prayer request was, what I needed prayer for. I just remember I went beside myself. I was beside myself. I was trying to compose myself to be able to be in a position to speak to another human being who was at the end of the other line. I could not do that successfully. So what ended up happening was the caller disconnected the call. But I do remember this event when I really right before that call came in, the attacks subsided. In answering the call, I didn't have no lightning bolts was hitting me, nothing, no bone breaking, nothing was going on. Everything, it was peaceful. It was so peaceful, except I could not compose myself to be able to speak. But but I was experiencing this it was a shock. Let me put it that way. So soon after that, I would find a bishop. I don't know now whether it was that same day or the next day, because time, the clock didn't work anymore because the whole environment changed for me. So things didn't went normal for the next few days. So I would find this bishop who prayed for me, and after he prayed for me, I went to sleep. I remember this. I went to sleep, and all I was looking at, my chest, my own chest, is a Bible, open Bible, and there were scriptures written in it. Now, when I woke up, I'm thinking to myself, this bishop, because he's a bishop now, it means he wants me to start doing things of the church. You know, that's his profession, not mine, you know. Now, remember this. My whole life, I had that declaration over my own life that I would never, ever, ever, I vowed not to ever do anything that concerns church in my life, just because they didn't have money, they didn't make money. Pastors didn't make money. That was my argument. Hello, the same person is me who is telling you about this. But that was how I buried my own destiny. Okay, so now that was my first ever dream. That whole week, it was that Bible, and there were few other events, but this one of the Bible, I think it's plain and simple to explain for me. So I can share this one with you because quite a bit happened in that week, and like this one for the Bible, it wasn't a dream for one day or once a day. I dreamt, and then the next day, the next time again, I was awake like this, and I just got slumped back to sleep. and then there comes the Bible again. And then every time I went to sleep, I was seeing it. People, it's not that easy. It wasn't easy. It was a very hard week because it wasn't the only event that happened that week. Remember that. It, it, but that was my first ever dream. So that's where I am coming from, and it was soon after I heard that voice of I came to learn that it was for Prophet TB Joshua, but it was like 7 months later in 2016, in February 2016 to be exact. And when I was watching Emmanuel TV this time, I was only watching testimonies. I never just move on to the next thing, to the next dream, the kind of dream that I have. So these dreams that I'm sharing with you like this is my norm. This is these are my everyday events like that. If I have to dream, these are my everyday events. So sometimes they have, I don't know now, sometimes I see that there is trouble, but sometimes I don't see trouble in the dreams, but it could be trouble that people were not showing me, and then they start happening, unfolding that way. Yeah, like this thing of the Bible, this Bible follows me everywhere I go. I have to see it. Every room I sleep in, I have to see it. It's always there, open, like this, open. So, but when I'm looking at it, I'm not looking at the bottom of it, I'm looking at the letters. So it follows me everywhere. It doesn't matter whether I am inside the enemy's camp or I am outside the enemy's camp, like where I'm sleeping. It's always there. Sometimes even in the waking life, it's always there. So these are like my normal day events, like normal day. It's my second norm. Let me put it that way. So the other dream I get to have a lot is that of the ground um, opening like this and filling back up. Like it could be if this one most of the time is danger. Like I'll be in a place and there's maybe some type of not so good events taking place, like not good intention um in the people that are around. So the ground will literally just open and then fill up. Now, you don't really want to witness that. You will never ever go to sleep again if you witness that. But it has become a second norm to me. And the other thing that is also normal to me is I would be at some place. Could be there are people, could be there are not. Okay, I'll describe the landscapes now. Okay, sometimes it's a place where there are people. It's just flat topsoil like this. It's not mountainous or anything. There are people, but all of a sudden, this ground that is leveled like this plain, it will just start coming up, all the way up, all the way, all the way. It becomes like hill and then mountain, and before I know, I'm looking at this, and I'm still on top of that as the ground is going like that. I'm still at the top of that because it's just the ground that is the ground that I'm standing on, that my feet are. It's just coming it's like it's shooting straight from where the spot where I'm standing. It is just shooting up in the air, and with me on it like that. And then I'll be watching myself so little, but I'll be looking like an ant. And then when I look at the people down, the people look so small. They look so small. I mean, the word is not even small. They look so small. And I'm just there, up there at the top, and I'm seeing myself so small. People, small. And the only weird thing is I see these normal clothes, my normal clothes, the current clothes that I have. That's what I'm usually wearing. Like is my current clothes, the current clothes that I know I have. That's what I'm usually seeing. So the other version of that is also like sometimes it's just a mountainous place, just mountains and hills, and like I'm in the middle of nowhere, I know, and it's all mountains, it's all hills and valleys, mountains, and there would be water in those valleys. Now for me, in order for me to cross to get to the other side of that water to go where I'm going, I need to cross that water, but how do I cross? There is no way to cross. So what will start happening? The ground will again come off the ground, filling up that valley, and then it will level with where I am, and it will just like make a path like that. Then I'll be crossing, just walking to the other side, like that. And then sometimes there'll be like that, like just mountains and hills, and then I'll shoot up instead now of the ground filling up um, like that to level to the level where I am. I shoot up and cross from the top. So I don't ask me because I don't have any answer. I don't. I'm just sharing what happens. Like this is my normal life, but I don't know how the things happen. I don't have that kind of answer to this kind of science. It's not again, I'm very new. Probably pastors will be able to explain things better. The vocabulary I do not have. I'm just telling you things as they are. Uh, Again, this is because I know the content that I put out is not so much easy to the ear, it's not so easy to the eye, it's not easy to the mind. How do you wrap your mind around it? Like, what kind of questions do you ask yourself? Do you get any answers? And how do you get any answers to such things? You know, because for me, I didn't have to do anything. Like, I don't do anything specific. But there are times when I have seen if I sing, yeah, if I read the Bible, yeah, but I don't know exactly what really causes what. But I do know if I sing, then I know I can be like the whole week, like in a changed environment like that. Just I can read like just one verse in the Bible, and the whole environment changes. But I can also read like a whole chapter and the environment changes. So I don't really know the exact way, like there's no formula to what I do. Or sometimes I just speak. I speak things I don't know. I speak things I have not seen, but I have heard myself speaking such. So I don't know what is the formula to any of these things I'm telling you about. So and yeah, these are dreams, but my waking life is also just the same. It's not far from it. Like it's just another version of this, of what I'm telling you in the dreams actually. So another dream that is the norm in my life is I am always and always and always raising people from the dead. Always. This is especially for the past 3-4 years. Like 4 years, like the fourth year, yeah, it wasn't as frequent. But since 2018, it has become the norm. I am always raising people from the dead. Even just this last month, yeah, like this thing of raising people from the dead, I spoke it in 2016, but that was now before I knew that I decided with God. And it was also before I knew that I could, I had the privilege of asking from God also, like that. Because I didn't know, like, the world where I was coming from was, I didn't know that I could ask something from God. Or I decided with God, but I had myself. This one, it's a print in my spirit, in my being, because I had myself saying it. Well, I have about probably 10 videos in between there, about 10 to 12 videos in between there, because I I have to put out all these videos that I had made reference to in this first content, because most of the sentences when you hear me speaking, they are topic sentences on their own. They are branches on their own. So I was going to share with you all that. Thank you again for listening. My name is Maria Shiweda. I am Maria the Prophet. Thank you again.